Hello everyone. Good to see you again. As always, I love to see all you guys here for the free classes from Ivy League English. I'm your teacher today, Patricia, and we have a very interesting class as always. So, first, we're going to get introductions done really quickly. I see that Omar is here. Hello, and Luis is here. Hello, good to see you guys. So, you guys already know what to do. Introduce yourselves, and I'll put the questions for today in the comments. The questions I'd like you to answer today. First of all, what's your name? Second, what country are you from? And third, my question for you today is, are you going to watch Friends with the Ivy League English TV and Movie Club? That's my question for you today. Are you going to watch Friends with the Ivy League English TV and Movie Club? Okay. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay. All you have to do is listen to my most recent podcast. I explained everything about the Ivy League English TV and Movie Club. So if you'd like a little more information about that, you can go ahead and follow that link. For now, we're going to go ahead and get right into the class, okay? Let me introduce myself one more time in case anybody missed it. My name is Patricia. Where do I live? I live in the United States. And am I going to watch Friends? Of course I am. I'm in charge of the Ivy League English TV and Movie Club, so I'll be watching it. But let me know if you guys are planning on watching it, because I'm curious to see how many students are interested in this TV and movie club. Omar, you're in France. I thought it was really late in France. I thought you weren't coming to class today, Omar. You must be exhausted. And Lynn, hey, good to see you in class again, Lynn. All right, so you guys know what to do. Introduce yourselves. Just remind me of your name. Remind me what country you're from, because I don't always remember. And tell me if you're going to participate in the Ivy League English TV and Movie Club. All right, now, while you guys are getting that done, I want to make a quick announcement for the people who missed the live class. If you're watching this as a recording, you should still participate in the class. Type in your sentences and I'll help you out with corrections, just like I help these guys who come to the live class. If you want to leave comments, all you have to do is take your phone, turn it like this, and then you're going to go all the way to the bottom of the screen. Right down there, you can leave your comments, okay? So type in your sentences and I'll help you with your grammar, even if you didn't come to the live class. All right, Luis from Honduras, that's right. And Lynn, I forget where you're from, Lynn. Can you remind me what country you're from? So you guys can finish typing that in. And let me explain what we're going to do today. Today's class is going to be a class where I ask you to describe what you see. Okay, so this is a class that's really going to help you with your ability to express yourself. All right, I'm going to show you some pictures. You'll understand the pictures, but how do you put those pictures into words in English? That's what we're going to practice today. All right, so we're going to get started with the very first picture. Now, before I get started, I just want to say this. My original idea was actually to show you guys some of the art in my house. All right, like everyone has pictures on the walls in their house. So that was my original plan, but those pictures were either too boring or too complicated. So the pictures that I have are just right, I think, for this activity. Raimundo, you made it to class. Good to see you, Raimundo. All right, so today you guys are going to have to do a lot of participating. Get your fingers ready now, okay? I'm going to show you a picture, and I'm going to ask you to type a few sentences to describe the picture. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that one sentence is probably not going to be enough to describe these pictures today. So don't stop at one sentence. Even if it's a complicated sentence, you're still probably going to need more than one sentence. So type as many sentences as it takes for you to express yourself. You don't have to stop at 1 or 2. You can type 3, 5, 7 sentences. That's fine. The other thing I'm going to tell you guys is I want you to try to be as descriptive as possible. Okay, so I want you to try to include as many details as you can into your sentences. All right. And the pictures do have a lot of detail. You'll see when I show you, there's a lot going on in these pictures. So there's a lot for you to write about. So take advantage of that. Write a lot. The more you write, the more feedback that I can give you. Okay, guys? So the first picture, let me just change my screen. Okay, so here's the first picture. And I'll hold it up for a little while so that you guys can get a good look at it. But here's the first picture. And all you need to do is describe. You can start with one sentence. You can hit enter so I can see that sentence. Maybe I'll give you some feedback on that sentence, and then you can type some more. Okay? Or if you want to type all of your sentences at once, that's okay too. All right? But here's your first picture. I'll move it a little bit closer just to make sure you guys can see it well. And I'll give you guys some time. I know you have to think about it. You have to plan what you're going to say. You might have to look up a word. All of that is okay. But whenever you're ready, you can send your first sentence so that I can give you some feedback and help you out with your grammar. All right? And look around the whole picture. All right, there's definitely a lot to talk about in this picture. So, oh, hello, who is that? Oh, Poppy. Okay. Hello, Poppy. Welcome to class. It's okay that you're late. We're just getting started. All you need to do right now is look at the picture and write some sentences to describe what you see. Okay? Describe what you see. That's all you have to do right now. All right, Omar, let's see what you have. It seems that the policeman is talking with talking with the drowned man. All right, so drowned. Let's talk about that word drowned. What does drowned mean? Drowned actually means that you died. Okay, a lot of students don't know that about the word drown. If you drown, it means that you breathed in so much water that you died. Okay, so if this man drowned, he would be dead. This man is not drowned. All right, so Omar, I want you to think about that sentence and see if there's another way you can describe this man instead of using the word drowned, because he's not drowned. He didn't drown. Okay. All right. Moises, hello. Oh, you almost can't see the picture. All right. You must be on a cell phone, but I'll try to get a little bit closer. There we go. All right. For some of you guys, I hope that helps so you can see the picture a little bit more. So rescued. Omar, that's another interesting choice. Now, what does rescued mean? What do you think rescued means? Rescued actually means saved. Okay? So if this man is rescued, it means that somebody saved him. But I don't see anyone in the picture who saved him. Okay? The policeman didn't save him. And there's nobody else in the picture. So rescued is not the right word to describe this man either. Now, I'm going to put the picture down just for a little bit so you guys can actually see me. But rescued is not the right word to describe this man either. So this is why I picked this picture, because how do you describe what's going on here? I mean, when you look at the picture, it's very simple, but how do you put it into words? So all of you other guys in class, there's at least 4 other people here. See if you can help Omar out. How would you describe that man? He's not drowned. Okay, the man didn't drown. And rescued is not really the right word either, because there's no one there who saved the man. Who rescued him? I don't see anybody in the picture who rescued him. Okay, so how can we describe this man? I'll give you guys a few more minutes and then I'll talk about the way I would describe it so you can hear how a native speaker would describe something like this. But first, I want to hear from you guys. So Moises, I hope you could see that a little bit better. And if you could, try to type in a couple of sentences. Now, Poppy, the policeman do not want the man to get in the Iceland. Okay, so first thing that I will tell you, Poppy, do. You need to look at that verb. Your verb, do, you need to fix that. Okay. So I want you to think about how you should change the word do. Okay. Now, the other thing about your sentence, Poppy, is that you mean island. Island is spelled like this, island. What you typed in is Iceland. That's a country in Europe. It's a very beautiful country from what I've heard, but it doesn't look like this. Okay, so what you typed in is Iceland, the country. You mean island, and it's spelled Island. All right, so Poppy, see if you can fix that sentence, all right? So let's see, what else do we have? Luis, there's a policeman with a rifle in his hand. Okay, yes, Luis, that is correct. There is a policeman with a rifle in his hand. Okay, very good grammar. Now, there's more going on in the picture. So what else would you say about this picture, Luis? Moises, a policeman doesn't want anyone else in that little island. All right, Moises, I like that. A policeman. Now, if I was looking at this picture, I would say the policeman, because there's only one, and I'm talking specifically about that one policeman. So I would say the policeman doesn't want anyone else on that little island. When we talk about an island, we always use on, okay? Why we use the word on, I don't know. In other locations, we use the word in, like in a country. I was in Germany, or I was in the kitchen. But when we talk about an island, on the island. All right, Moises, but otherwise, that sentence was great. Okay, Poppy, yes, you meant island. I know. All right, Omar, maybe the man who has been swimming tried to reach land, but the man with the rifle stopped him. All right, Omar, I like that. That definitely is better. The first thing I'll tell you is that swimming, I'll just help you with your spelling, okay? Swimming is Swimming. I typed that in for you. Maybe the man who has been swimming tried to reach land, but the man with the rifle, you would say the rifle, stopped him. Okay, so Omar, very nice. I like the way you described that. Now, if anybody else has any sentences that they want to type in to describe this picture, or if you have any corrections, or if you have any questions, okay, definitely type those in now. But what I'm going to do now is describe the picture the way I would describe it if I was talking to another native speaker. So if I was looking at this picture, and I'm going to kind of look at it with you guys, I would say this man's ship sunk. Okay? Nobody talked about that ship back there. That ship that's going under the water, the way we describe that is the ship sunk. Okay? Sunk is past tense. The ship sunk. Reem from Morocco. Hello, welcome to class. Now, that's how I would describe the ship. Now, up here, what I would say is the man swam from his boat to the island, but the policeman won't let him onto the island. Okay, so notice I said on or onto is actually what I said, but when we use the word island, we always say on or onto. Okay, so that's how I would describe it. Some other things that you guys might be curious about. This little orange and yellow thing here, in English, what we call that is a barricade. That's usually what you'll hear that called. It's called a barricade. It's when they set those things up to stop people from walking or going in certain places. That's called a barricade. Okay. And Moises, what do you have? The only one that survived. Yeah, it seems that he's the only person that survived from that ship, or maybe he was the only person that was on the ship. Hopefully. So, yes, the only one that survived from the ship. Okay, that's how I would end that sentence, Moises. He is the only one that survived from the ship. And what else do you have? Moy says, the policeman doesn't want anyone, including the only one who survived from the shipwreck. Yes, shipwreck. That's another good vocabulary word. So when a ship goes down under the water or hits a rock or an iceberg and is destroyed, that's called a shipwreck. Okay, so very nice, Moy says. So you guys did a good job with the first one. Now, the second one, the picture is a little bit bigger, so I hope you guys will be able to see it a little more easily. But this picture also has a lot more going on. So take your time with this one. Look all around the picture. And when you start describing, start with one thing, describe that, and then you can move on to something else and describe that, and then move on to something else. Don't try to describe everything at the same time, because that will get very confusing. All right. So here is picture number 2. Let's see if I can get that close enough for you guys to be able to see. That looks pretty good. All right. So I'll hold it here for about 20 seconds or so. I'll let you guys get a good look at it. And think about what you want to describe first, and then start typing. Okay, like I said, there's a lot going on. Poppy, it's raining. Yes, it is absolutely raining. Wait, make sure you guys can see the picture still. You can't see me, but you can see the picture. That's all you need to see. So yes, Poppy, you're right. What kind of weather is this? It's raining. Now, there's a lot more that you can say, Poppy. What else is going on in this picture? All right, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more time to type. As soon as you type something, I can give you some feedback. I can help you with your grammar. Oh, Tamer, you snuck into class. When did you get here, Tamer? It's good to see you. All right, so Tamer, I hope you understand what we're doing in class right now. All you have to do is describe the picture. Okay, describe the picture, and you can write as many sentences as you want, because there's a lot happening in this picture. You can't describe it all in one sentence. All right, so Poppy, let me see what you have. Lots of kids get out an umbrella. So get out is not the verb that I would use, Poppy. Get out means that you are taking something out right now. Okay. Let me get out my pencil. Aha, here it is. But in this picture, they're not getting the umbrellas out right now. So what is another verb that you could use in that sentence, Poppy? How could you fix that sentence about the kids and their umbrellas? Okay. Now, Tamara, let me see what you have. It's ringing, the children holds umbrella. Okay. It's ringing. I'm pretty sure you mean raining. And the children holds umbrella. So, Tamara, I'm going to tell you that the verb in your sentence, holds, you need to look at that verb. Okay. And umbrella, you also need to look at that noun. All right. So, Tamer, I want you to look at the last two words in your sentence and see if you can make some corrections there. Okay. Now, if you're really not sure, that's okay. Poppy, there is a car. Yes, there is a car. Poppy, be more descriptive. There's a car. What color is the car? Who's inside the car? What's the car doing? There's a lot of things that you can say, Poppy. All right. So give me some more information. Don't be stingy. Do you guys know what that word means? Stingy? Stingy is a word that you use to describe people who don't share. Don't share maybe things like food or money, or people who don't share information. Oh, let me make sure you guys can see the picture. People who don't share information. So, Poppy, you're being stingy with details. I want you to add some more details, okay? All right, so Moy says, everyone is enjoying the weather because it's raining. It does look like they're enjoying the weather. So yes, I like that sentence, Moy says. Everyone is enjoying the weather because it's raining. Very good grammar. And Omar, under the rain with their umbrellas, pupils are happy and enjoying themselves. All right, let me make sure you guys can see this picture. Pupils are happy and enjoying themselves. The scene is taking place in front of school as if waiting for the bus. All right, so there's a lot of information there, Omar. So I'm gonna hold the picture there just for like one more minute, and then I'm gonna put it down. Come on, get focused. All right, I hope you guys can see. So Omar, under the rain with their umbrellas, pupils are happy and enjoying themselves. Now, in English, what we would say is not under the rain. There is another word we would use instead of under. Okay, so Omar, I want you to think about that. What word should that be instead of under? That very first word that you typed. With their umbrellas, pupils are happy and enjoying themselves. The scene is taking place in front of a school. That's what most native speakers would say. The scene is taking place in front of a school as if they are waiting for the bus. Okay? All right. So, Omar, you're going to try to fix the first word in your sentences. Under should be a different word. Luis, it's raining a lot there. About that. Everybody are using an umbrella. Okay. Not bad, Luis. It's raining a lot there. About that. I'm not sure what you mean by about that. I think that you can just take that out. You don't need that there. You could say it's raining a lot there. Everybody are using an umbrella. Now that part, everybody are using an umbrella. Your verb are. You need to look at that verb. Okay? So take a look at that verb are and see if you can fix that sentence. All right, Tamer, the children return back home from school. Yes, so it looks like it's the end of the school day and the children are heading home from school, or the children are returning home from school. Now, the one correction I would make to your sentence, Tamer, if you use the word return, you don't need the word back. Okay? Return means go back. So you could say the children go back home from school, or you can say the children return home from school. Return back, we don't say that in English, okay? So go back or return. Very good. All right, Poppy, there is a little beautiful kid inside the red car. Yes, that's much better, Poppy. So one thing I'll tell you, and some of you guys may not know this, but when you put adjectives in front of a noun, like Poppy's sentence, a little beautiful kid, okay? There are two adjectives, little and beautiful, that describe kid. Now, the thing is, there is a certain order to the adjectives that we put before a noun. And in this case, Poppy, you should actually switch those two adjectives. Instead of a little beautiful kid, it's the most common thing you'll hear is a beautiful little kid. Okay? Now, That's another thing in English. Why does beautiful come first and little comes after? I don't know. Somebody decided that a long time ago, but there is actually a list. You can look it up online. You can look up the order of adjectives. And there is a specific order. Certain kinds of adjectives come first, certain kinds of adjectives come after that. So beautiful will come first and little should come after. A beautiful little kid inside the red car. All right. Good job, Poppy. Reem, one child cover his head by his book. All right. So, Reem, that's a good start. One child cover, your verb, cover. You need to look at that verb, okay? Try to fix that verb. And the other thing in your sentence that you need to look at is the word by. That word is not correct. You need to switch that for a different word, okay? So try to fix your verb, ream, and try to fix the word by. And if you're not sure, then just let me know and I'll help you fix it. Omar, in. You got to be more specific. Oh, going back to that sentence. Okay, perfect. I understand now. Next time, Omar, type the whole sentence so that I remember. Okay. So what you're talking about is under the rain. It should be in the rain. Exactly. Okay. So when people are getting rained on, we say that we are in the rain. Okay. Perfect. Good job, Omar. Reem, not all of the students have an umbrella. Okay, very good. Yeah, you're right. There was actually a couple of kids who had either a hood or a hat. So you're right. Not all of the students have an umbrella. All right. Omar, in the rain. Very good. Poppy, kids are excited to walk throughout the rain. Poppy, nice. That's a good start. There is one word that I would change. Okay. The word throughout. That word is not quite right. All right. So I want you to think about another word that you could use instead of throughout to fix that sentence. Okay. And if you really can't think of it, let me know and I'll tell you. Luis, it's raining a lot there. Everybody is using an umbrella. Yeah, pretty much everybody is using an umbrella. It's raining a lot there. Everybody is using an umbrella. Luis, your grammar is very good right there. The only thing that I will say to you is that you need some punctuation. Okay. So you have two sentences, but I don't see a period anywhere. I don't see a capital letter anywhere. So those are the only things that you need to think about with what you typed. But your grammar is very good. Okay. Nice job, Luis. One thing I'll help you with, umbrella. I know you might have typed that by accident, but umbrella has two L's. Okay. And now, Poppy, smiley face. Does that mean you have a question? I'm not sure if you're asking a question about one of your earlier sentences. Okay. But if any of you guys were trying to fix a sentence and you're not sure how to fix it, make sure you ask me, okay, before we move on to the next thing. So if you're trying to fix a sentence, that's fine. Go ahead, keep trying to fix it. But if you're really stuck, make sure you ask me, how do I fix that sentence? I don't know how to fix that verb, or I don't know how to fix that other word. So don't just let it slide. Let it slide. There's an expression for you. Let it slide means not paying attention to it. Okay. Even though you should pay attention to it. So don't let it slide. If you can't figure out what I was asking you to try to fix, make sure you ask. Now, while you guys finish up with your sentences and your corrections, I'm going to describe this picture a little bit for you guys. So what I would say is it definitely looks like this is taking place in front of a school. I would say it's pouring. That's how I would describe it, because if you look at the picture, all this water that's gathering in the street makes me think that it's been raining a lot. So when it's raining a lot, people usually say it's pouring, or you've probably heard the expression, it's raining cats and dogs. Some people will say that, but it's more common to just say it's pouring. It's pouring outside, or it's pouring today. So if I looked at this picture, I would say it's pouring, but the kids are still having a great time. Most of them have umbrellas. One has a raincoat with a hood, and one is wearing a baseball hat. This kid over here doesn't have anything, so he's using his book to keep himself dry. And this little girl over here looks like she's trying to help out the little cat. You know, cats don't like water, so I guess she's trying to keep the cat dry. All right, so very good. Now, I'm going to give you guys a couple more minutes. If you have any sentences that you want to type in, or if you have any questions about this picture, definitely ask now. Okay. If not, we're going to move on to something else. So we're going to take a quick break here. I'll give you guys a little time to think about your sentences. But if you're done thinking about all that, here's what such a long day. If you're done thinking about all that, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. First of all, if you like having free English classes, if you've learned something new today, if this class is helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. That is so helpful for other students who are looking for English classes online. Okay, so if you enjoy this, if you like free classes, please give this video a thumbs up. The other thing I'll tell you is that you guys are all English students. I know that English students know other English students. If you know someone who might like this class, make sure you share this video with them, okay? So share this video with a friend or a family member and like this video before the end of class, all right? Luis, I see your comment. What do you have? The street is flooded. Exactly, all right? So that's the perfect word to use, flooded. Okay, there are some students that might have used the word drowned for this, but you're right, Luis. The street is flooded. Flooded means there's too much water. Okay, Poppy, doing something in the rain. Yes, exactly. We don't say under the rain, we say in the rain. Very good, Poppy. All right, so it seems like you guys don't have any more questions. We have about 10 more minutes left. Okay. So with that time, we're just going to practice something that we've talked about in other classes. And the reason why I like to practice this is because it's something that can really help students to start to develop or improve their ability to think in English. Okay. This is something that is really important for English students. It doesn't matter if you're beginner or advanced, every English student should be practicing thinking in English. Okay. So I see some comments. Before we talk about that a little anymore, let me read these comments. Poppy, in the rain is the best words. Okay. First of all, are, because you're talking about words. So in the rain, those are the best words. Okay. Yes. To describe that, in the rain. So now what we're going to talk about is collocations. Okay. Collocations, just as a reminder, are words that usually appear together in English. Okay. You can also think of this as common phrases in English. So I'm going to give you a word. Okay. And then I'm going to ask you guys to think of collocations that include that word. All right. So before we actually start that, let me give you a quick example. If I said the word take, okay, that's not the word that I want you to work on today, but I'm just giving an example first. If I said the word take, okay, some collocations might be take a nap or take a trip. Or I even have something to help you understand this. Take someone's temperature. Take your temperature. That's the word we use when we talk about using this. So take has lots of collocations in English, but that's not the one we're going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about the word do. Okay, the word do. I want you guys to think of collocations that include the word do. Okay, now remember, when I say the word do, I'm also including does. any form of the word do. All right. So now it's you guys' turn to participate again. Think about collocations in English that use the word do. Okay. Omar, that's always the one that students think of. Good job. Homework. We do homework. Okay. We don't really use any other verb with homework. Occasionally, you might hear people say complete their homework. That means they're finished. But while you're in the middle of it, you're doing your homework. That's what we say, doing homework. Now, Omar, I will say homework in English, typically one word, homework. Okay? But there are lots of other collocations. Tamer, do my best. Yes, that's a very common phrase in English. Do your best. You have a test today? Do your best. You have a presentation at work next week? Do your best. Okay, very nice, Tamara. That's a good one. All right, other collocations that use the word do. I have about 5 more. So you guys better start typing. I know that you know more collocations. What are collocations that use the word do? What do you guys think? We have do homework. We have do your best. Do your job. Okay, very good, Omar. So when we talk about a job, we say do your job. Okay? Why are you always on your cell phone? You should be doing your job. All right? Do your job. Very good. Reem, exactly. You guys thought of it at the same time almost. Do your job. Absolutely. All right? There's still more. I'll give you guys about 10 seconds and then I'm going to give you one. Do. What are some other collocations that you guys can think of that include the word do? Any ideas? This can be tricky for some students, especially students who speak Spanish as their first language, because do and make in Spanish are the same word. So if that's your first language, it's pretty common that you might be a little bit confused about when to use do and when to use make. Okay, that's actually why I chose the word do, because today I figured that there would be a few people who speak Spanish as their first language because of the time. So I figured we'd talk about the word do. All right. So what do we have? Luis, she does her English homework very fast. Yes, exactly. All right. Do homework. Now, oh, Omar, there you go. That's another one. Do it right. Yes. So that's a common phrase that we use all the time in English. Do it right. Okay. If you're going to do something, do it right. Okay. Or if you're going to do something, do your best. Okay. Those two are actually kind of close to each other. Do your best or do it right. Very good, guys. All right. More collocations with the word do. All right. I have one for you guys. I know you know it, but I'll give it to you guys anyway. So one of you guys mentioned homework, housework. You do housework. Okay. As a matter of fact, you can talk about a lot of different types of housework using the word do. I do the dishes after dinner. Do the dishes means wash the dishes, clean the dishes, do the dishes. You can do the laundry. Do the laundry means wash and dry the clothes, clean the clothes, do the laundry. Do you speak English? So that is a question that uses the word do, but it's not really a collocation because Luis, almost every well, I shouldn't say almost every, but a lot of questions start with the word do. Okay. So the word do is there because it's a question. It doesn't have to do with any of the other words in the sentence. It's just there because we use the word do to start questions a lot of the time. Okay, so good try, Luis, but that one is not a collocation. Do it quickly. Yeah, sure. Do it quickly, do it right, do your best. Yeah, all of those are common. Do my bed. You know what, Omar? That is one chore, or that is one job in the house that we don't use do for. That one we use make. That one is make. You don't do your bed, you make your bed. Okay? So, for the bed, make the bed. But for laundry, you do the laundry. Dishes, do the dishes. Some people will even say, I need to do the vacuuming. You can use the word vacuum, I need to vacuum, but some people might say you need to do some vacuuming in here. Sometimes you'll even hear that. But do the dishes, do the laundry, those are common. Do the housework. Also, with the word housework, we use the word do. So, Sophia, oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in ages. Make your bed. Yes, make is the word that we use when we talk about pulling up the sheets and making them nice and straight and then folding everything and making it look nice again. That's called making your bed, not doing your bed. All right. So, does anybody have any last collocations with the word do? Can anyone think of anything else? Maybe, maybe not. I have one last collocation for you using the word do. And I'm going to mention this only because this comes up a lot with students. So I'll let you guys know so that you do your shoes. Sophia, that's a good one. It's actually not do, okay? So the one that I was thinking about, exercise. We do exercise, okay? You don't make exercise, you do exercise. Now for your shoes, are you talking about when you have to tie it? We usually call that, we say tie your shoes, tie your shoes. We don't use make or do for that one, for the shoes. I don't know why, but tie your shoes because you actually have to tie it if it's the kind of shoes that have laces. Okay. Tamer, do setup. Now, I'm not sure what you mean by that. So, Tamer, can you explain what you mean? I'm not sure that I understand. Okay. So tell me a little bit more and then I'll help you to fix that because do setup is not the right way to say it, but I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Okay. So let's see. But this is an idiomatic one. Do your shoes? Idiomatic. Sophia, I'll be honest. I've never heard that. Do your shoes. Always tie your shoes. That's the only thing that I have heard. Let me think about that. Do your shoes. Yeah, no. I would never say do your shoes and I never heard anyone use that phrase. Now, it might be in another English speaking country, they use that phrase. Okay. So there are lots of countries where they speak English, and I only live in one of those countries. I don't know what they say in all the other countries where they speak English. Okay. So it might be a phrase somewhere else. In the United States, I've never heard that. Okay. Let's see. Luis, do something. Yeah, that's very common. I'm really bored. Let's go do something tonight. Do something. Very good. All right. Sophia, don't worry, Sophia. It's okay. Maybe that's something that they say in Great Britain or Australia or New Zealand or one of those places. I don't know. You can look it up after class. I'll also look it up after class. Okay. And if I find something interesting, I'll let you know. Reem, doing a mistake or making a mistake. Aha. This is another common question. So I'm going to let the rest of the class answer Reem's question. Okay. So Reem is asking, do you say doing a mistake or making a mistake? Which is the right phrase in English? I want one of you guys to help Reem with that and tell him which one is the right one. Okay. Tamir, doing exercise. Absolutely. That's what we say in English. I really need to do some exercise tonight. I ate too much junk food yesterday. Okay, something like that. Sophia, Texas, is that maybe where it's from? That could be. Different parts of the United States sometimes have different ways of saying things too. So I'm from New York, Connecticut, that area. I've never been to Texas, so I don't know exactly how they speak in Texas. All right. So Omar, very good. And Sophia and Poppy. All right. So, Reem, did you see that? Make a mistake. We always use the word make with mistake, not do. Okay. So, Reem, that was a good question. A lot of students wonder about that or make that mistake and they use the wrong one. It's make a mistake. Excellent. Very good, guys. Thanks for helping Reem out. That was awesome. So, our class is pretty much done right now. All right. So, before we go, I'm just going to make a couple of announcements for you guys. First of all, some of you already know about my English club, but some of you might not know. If you're curious about my English club, you should go to my website. I just put the link in the comments. And my English club is for students who want a little bit more help studying. If you're looking for resources like videos to watch, podcasts to listen to, blog articles to read, lessons on Facebook. If you're looking for all of those things and you want them in one convenient email every week, join my English club. Okay. That's what it's for. Now, the other thing is, I also teach small group and private English classes. So, for some of you students who are looking for a class where you can actually speak to me, where I can help you with your pronunciation, where we can have real conversations with each other, and I can help you with your conversation skills, your small talk skills, and all of that, these are the classes for you. Okay. So if you'd like a little bit more information about my small group or private classes, you can follow that link and let me know if you have more questions. You can send me a message on Facebook or send me an email from the website. All right. And the last thing that I'll tell you is that these free classes happen all the time on YouTube and on Facebook. Okay. So if you want to make sure that you do not miss any free classes, you have to make sure that you like my Facebook page. Okay. If you like the Facebook page, you'll get a message whenever I plan a new class. Okay. So I'm going to put that information in the, there you go. I'm going to put that information in the chat box for you as well. And that's our class for today, guys. I really want to thank you so much for coming. Reem, you got your question answered. Awesome. Sophia, I should go to Texas. Even the I know the accent is different. Absolutely. I have heard people from Texas, like on TV or in movies. I kind of know how people in Texas talk, but I've never been there myself. So there might be a few things that I don't know. So hopefully one day I'll get to visit. Let's see, last comments here. Poppy, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for coming to class and thank you for participating. You guys did a lot of good work today. You wrote lots of sentences, came up with some good collocations, including the word do. I hope you guys have a good day or a good night, and I hope to see you at the next free class. All right, guys, take care.